Aloha, I'm Felicia Miller Johnson, and this is All Intuitive Conversation. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to All Intuitive Conversation. I am excited to be connecting with Jillian McDonald. So let's bring her to the screen. Aloha, Jillian.
Aloha.
It is so awesome to connect with you. So, y'all already noticed this. Notice this. Okay, we are already divinely connected because we
Look
both
at
have our
that.
leopard today. We did not coordinate this
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Isn't
So I
that
was like, this is
amazing?
so I was like, I actually had a different shirt picked out. And I was like, no,
hmm
I'm gonna wear this one today. And now here you are.
So did I. I had a different shirt picked out and I chose this one last minute. So good job.
Awesome, very much. Okay, so with that, I know you like leopard, but tell me a little bit
Yes.
about you. Who's Jillian?
Oh my gosh. Well, I would say I am filled with passion. And you know what? I love to connect people, Felicia. That's like my favorite
Okay,
thing.
wait, Jillian, wait, stop, because you're already there. So I like to use essential oils, like when I get
Mhm.
ready to connect today, and I picked, and guess what I picked?
What is it? Connect. What is it?
Passion.
Oh,
Like the very second word you said.
here, hold on. I'll put these on so that I can see what you're throwing at. See?
Passion.
How
Look, okay.
fun is
So
that?
look, y'all, that was like not even two
Woo!
minutes. Shirts and
Yes.
passion.
This
Okay.
is this is fun. This is fun. I love it. I love it. Yes,
Yes.
I can feel your energy, girl. I can feel it, and I love that. But
Mm.
so one of my favorite things to do is connect people. In fact, they call me the zipper. Um, because I'm
Mm.
always connecting people everywhere, and it is so much fun for me to do that. So, an opportunity to come here and network with you, and just off the hip, I love it. I love what you're doing. I think it's fantastic.
Well,
Um,
thank you very
yeah,
much.
yeah, I just love it. And so I do this on a regular. I try and connect with LinkedIn. You know, career professionals all the time, and I have found my very best friend from here and business
Mhm.
partner, and connected to some amazing, amazing people. And it's just a gift. And so, really, being passionate about connecting people. I'm a mother of a beautiful, beautiful daughter who's in college. And she works in memory care. And so she's a gift to others, and I learn from that young lady all the time. So um,
Awesome.
I'm a multi entrepreneur, which is really fun for me. It keeps me creative. It keeps me connected, and constantly learning. That's what I love to do. I feel like that's one thing about me that I never want to stop doing is being a student. So yeah.
Mm. Awesome. Okay, so tell me more about this zipper story.
Yeah. I used to be a network junkie, to be quite honest with you. But here's the deal. My
Yeah.
passion for it, because I do such a good job at listening to where people are at,
Hmm.
and then going through my Rolodex of people to see where I can empower them and connect them um, with business or personal, whatever it is in their life that they're just needing to connect to that one person.
Hmm.
And I love it. And so if you think about what a zipper does, you start at the bottom as a platform, and then you just keep pulling it up, and it ultimately is connecting all the way to the top. So
Wow.
that's where that concept came from, I hope.
Well, yeah, well, that's a whole different visual of like connecting people, but I'm like, okay, I get that. Like bringing
Mhm.
people together, you zip it. Yeah, so that
Mhm.
totally makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how did you discover this love for connecting people? Where did that come from?
Oh, that's a great question. I've always been an introvert or extrovert, actually. I've always loved to just be around um, the vibe of people,
Mm-hmm.
and learning, and just being a part of um, a network of sorts. It doesn't have to be like a big huge group, but even smaller pods of groups. I've just really enjoyed that as a part of my
Mm-hmm.
career. I used to be so good at it that some associations would make me a grader, for people that were new, because it can be so scary to come in, especially if you're not an extrovert, to
Yeah.
come into a group like that, and then have to explore experiences, right, of everybody at the table. And so
Mm-hmm.
I always love to make people feel comfortable and introduce people so that maybe there's something that we can pique of interest of theirs that is easy for them to talk about,
Mm.
other than business, because networking isn't always about business. It's truly about getting to know people and building a relationship based on trust, right, and loyalty.
Right. Right.
um, but also just being a really good listener, and communicator, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So because you are a extrovert and that comes naturally, probably for you. So what insight, what would you say to someone that is not what they would deem as an extrovert to be able to connect and network? What would you encourage them? How would you encourage that person to?
That's a
Oh.
great idea. Or that's a great thought. So one of the things that I would say, I guess I have a couple thoughts when you said that. First of all, what's their passion?
Thinking. So it's a man, but thinking woman thoughts. And he was like, yeah, okay,
All
got it.
right,
Yes,
all
all
right.
right. Mm-hmm.
So first of all, what's their passion? So you don't want to go into an environment that you're just like, "Ugh," because that just brings your vibe down, right?
Right.
And so when you go there, you just want to have a good vibe. Period. Feel good about where you're going, and ooh, it's interesting, and I'm excited about. Or if you're not an exciting, if you don't get excited, well, at least find something that's interesting,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you sit down at the table, you usually latch on to people that are part of that group. The other thing is, I highly recommend people not to come alone, because
Mm.
it's good to have a network pal. Somebody who's been in the group, or if you haven't been a part of the group or the environment that you're in, reach out ahead of time and say, hey, is there somebody there that can just like introduce me to somebody, so that I'm not kind of milling around the room trying to find my space. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because that's a
Yeah.
bummer place to be. You know.
Yeah.
So those are some thoughts. Just to, it's almost like going to a. If you think about it, it's like going to somebody's house that you never met before, right? You're invited to somebody's house, and
Hmm.
you don't want to be that person sitting on the couch by yourself, per se, right? But you're just not an extrovert.
Hmm.
So you usually latch onto a friend that's going to go to the party with you, so that
Uh-huh. Yes. Latching on. Uh-huh.
and so then
Hmm.
it just makes it a little bit easier, And if you don't have that opportunity, I love to research people. I love to dig into people and find out who's going to be there, so you can learn a few things ahead of time, about people. Not to be creepy or anything, but you can say, "Hey, I think I saw something about what you do," or you know what I mean. Just
Yeah. Totally makes sense. So we're right here on this platform for LinkedIn. And so it's like if you know you're going somewhere, you're going to see someone, it's kind of things like, okay, well, they put their information on LinkedIn. So you kind of can get a backstory
yep.
on them for that,
Mhm.
right? And then as they like and engage and post things, it gives you an easy way to figure out, like, oh, okay, I saw that you like, because it's public. I saw that you like such and such. Tell me more, about that, or what was really engaging for you with that. So that totally makes sense. And like I said, it's not like a stark or creepy way or anything, like that. Because not everybody can really do exactly what you and I are doing right now. Because, like I said, you and I have never had a conversation before. I didn't, other than clipping your picture for the marketing part. Like, I didn't go and peruse through your whole profile or anything, because it's like you said, it's like, I'm okay with this. Let me just ask these questions and engage and connect with people in that way, right? And just bringing that to this platform. So, with you were talking about the connection, I'm feeling led to ask you to go back to your daughter. You mentioned her and how she's teaching you like all these wonderful lessons. Tell me a little bit about like a recent lesson that you learned from your daughter, or one that was really memorable for you.
Oh, girl. You made me cry. So I kind of had a meltdown the other day, or a week ago. Sometimes I've
Mm,
taken on a business that I totally got out of my comfort zone, right? And I had been in the business for 4 years, but not full on. Like, I'm the owner now of the
mhm.
business. So
Yeah.
it's a whole new thing, and I was in a sad place for me.
Yeah.
And just because, sometimes you get things thrown at you that you're just like, shoot, is this really, how am I going to get this done? I mean, seriously, I just can't wrap my head around it. And so I just do some hard praying, and I just was sad. And
Mm,
and she said, I said, I just don't know. I just don't know. And she's like, there is no, I don't know. I believe in you. You believe in you. You're going to do this. And I know you're going to do this. And
mhm.
so, dang it. I, that's when that young lady is becoming,
She's got her mama.
I
Yes.
just am so, so impressed with that. I mean, when your daughter, can just lift you up like that and just have such strong, courage for you some days.
Mm-hmm.
And just look at me and know that, she's my support. And that's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
The support, and that was when you were talking earlier,
Mhm.
the happy family, right? The connection that that you're there helping you to be like, hey mama, look at this rainbow. It's all as well. Like, we are
Mhm.
connected and supporting each other. So
Mhm.
loving that.
Thank you.
So what was, because one of the things we talk about is like the fear, uncertainty, and the doubt in that situation. What had you doubting that you were not able to?
Here's the deal. When you elevate, and you already know this, girl, I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
When you elevate, it seems like um, challenges come from every angle, and they're gonna
Mm,
make you think, and because you're leveling up. And so I truly believe that when you level up, um, the outside challenges get harder because they want you to think that you're not worthy, and I know that I am.
mm-hmm.
And you know the person that I'm talking about is a mentor of mine,
Yeah.
and I had to step back and know where they were coming from in order for me to re-engage where I was, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just tell you what they think, and what you have to do, um, or what I've learned, is that sometimes their opinions are based on where they're at too. And so I
Mm.
have to step
Yes.
back and say, okay, is that perspective for me, or is that really where they are? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, and honestly, after I stepped out of that, that just got me hot and ready to go. Because
Mm.
then you're just like, oh, screw that. You know, I'm kicking butt right now, and I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing because somebody's telling me um, that it might not be the right path. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think
Yeah.
in your gut,
Mhm.
whether or not it's the right path. And you know what? It's not his path. It's my path. And so, as God guides me through that, I get to learn the lessons. I get to grow, and
Yes.
so those are good things for me.
Yes, loving that. So I was really sitting here because, like you said, you had the thinking man, and you're talking about the happy family, and then there was also the sixth chakra, which is the Archangel
Mm.
Metatron. Have you
Oh,
ever
he's
heard of?
around me all the time, girl.
I'm
Woo,
about to
he
say,
just confirmed that he's here.
I'm like, have you heard of Archangel Metatron? Are
Well,
you
he's my,
familiar?
oh, I'm telling you, and he's made it known um, in the last 2 weeks, big time. So I appreciate, thank you for that. Oh,
You,
I just love him. And if you guys don't
yes,
know who he is, oh, please do your research because,
yes,
here's
yes.
the deal. As an archangel who walked the earth and his
Is
is
in him.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because we are a spirit, we're a spirit experiencing a human experience. It's
Hmm.
great to latch on to spirit that's going to help you understand both. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And so, thank you for that gift.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. So let's see, because for those you are not familiar with, like Jillian was saying, this particular archangel has been on Earth and is in the heavens. So he has both perspectives. Like, okay, I know what it's like, what you're going through. So we kind of want to know, like, have you been this? Because it's one thing to talk about this and you've never been in this body, earthly realm. So I wanted to read what he said. Maybe this is going to resonate for you because it says clarity of thought. So which totally makes sense because the very first one was like about thinking, right? And
Mhm.
it says personal vision. This very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons, which totally connects with what you were talking about just now about the whole situation. Like, where are you seeing this from? Is from your perspective, from the other perspective. So love that you're right in line with that. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning for you on
Mhm.
your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now.
Well, I'm grateful for that because he knows what the work I'm putting in. So, and I do have a clear vision, but here's the deal. Everybody, I'm working really hard spiritually to continue to level up and get closer and closer and closer,
Mhm.
to the light. I mean, I work light and love. That's what I do.
Mm,
And it's a positive world in my world. And if I get negativity, I try and flip it, or I just
yeah.
sign off
Mhm.
because I like where I am. I
I
really
know.
do. Well, and of course with love, I definitely
Yeah.
send love, but it's not where I want to be. Mm-mm.
Mm,
And so,
well,
yeah, there's a lot of challenges that come to me, but I'll tell you, in this world that we've been given,
mhm.
it's all about the experience. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't tell people enough just to take it all in, people, because it is
Yeah.
an amazing life. We get to decide that, though.
Mm, so with that, tell us about Jillian's vision. What's the vision that you have for this upcoming year? For you personally or your business? What is that?
Oh, I'm super excited. I've got good stuff.
Mm,
Thank you for asking that. That's awesome.
yeah.
Um, Emma and I, my daughter is Emma.
Mhm.
We are actually moving. We are moving from, I live in Minnesota.
Mhm.
It's been my dream to move. I've always been called to the ocean. I'm a Pisces girl. See, there you go.
Go. Yes.
Yeah, and she's Aquarius, so yeah, we are all about the ocean, and so we are moving to Florida in 3 months, and we're heading down. Ooh, I get the chills. I love it. I'm
Yes.
so pumped. I'm not even kidding you. So we're heading at the end of this month to go find a place and just let God. I'm telling you, this path that we've been planning has just fallen into place, and you know when it's right when you don't have to work at it, and you just
Mm,
keep your eyes on the path. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so that's one. The other piece is really empowering. I have a business that I run full time, but then I have some passion projects that I'm also a part of. And so I am elevating my number one business this year. And then
Yes.
I am elevating my passion projects this year.
Yeah.
So, and I call it out as I see it. And but here's the deal: what I've been taught is that I'm not. I'm also not driving. I'm I'm doing the work, but I ain't driving. And so,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
if there is a navigation, if I'm being re-navigated, it's a good thing for me just to step back. And I remember way back when I used to have meltdowns because of it. And why? Instead, I just step back and I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to learn from this? And how is this going to make it better? Because I want to grow and I want it to be the best. And so,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, that's my perspective for this year is finding myself in Florida, girl. That's what I'm so excited about.
Yes. Okay. So the best, like I said, because look, you're already there with your happy, family,
Oh, I'm so
you and your
excited.
daughter and whoever else joins you on that journey. So absolutely. So now it's even connecting, like I said, you already are there with Metatron. Are you familiar with his cube, the Metatron cube?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
Right.
you are, activate that cube because it's a travel vessel as well. So I am encouraging and reminding you about activating your Metatron cube as you travel and having that protection around you and
Mhm.
that you flow to where it is you want to go from your passion projects to your business. Like it's going to bring this ultimate happiness for you. And the fact that they're here and he's showing you like, yes, what you're talking about, flowing with that, it's going to be a great experience. But yeah, make sure your Metatron cube is glowing and activated as you continue to travel
I'll have to,
physically
yeah,
and
spiritually.
as you
That's right.
journey, yeah, spiritually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll have
Yeah.
to talk to you a little bit off about that cube and see how
Mm,
I can experience that to the full.
yeah. Indeed. As y'all may not know, like after the cameras stop, there's continuous, conversations with this. And so that's one of the things that I love about this is getting to know people and then having conversations with them after the fact. But this is amazing. So I want to also offer this opportunity. I'm feeling led to ask you, is there any assistance or help that you would like to put out there for anyone that just something that you may need in Florida? Are you looking for a place or a connection or anything whatsoever? Or are you
Yeah, I mean, right now we're looking at Sarasota as our and just our
Mhm,
place to our space, our new home.
mhm.
And so yes, we leave at the end of this month and going to look for a place. We are looking for a place. So if there's anybody that wants to give some experience um, of where a good area is, I have a girlfriend that's down there. She's
Mhm.
a professional chef, personal
Ooh.
chef. And my experience, I'm in technology, but I've had 30 years in hospitality. So
Okay.
she's very excited for me to come down because I've been an event man. I have my own event business for quite a while, and so she's excited to share what she's doing with me, and she has some Airbnbs down there. So who knows what she's? I don't know if she's personal chefing through the Airbnbs or what, but
Mhm.
it'll be fun to see what's down there. My daughter is looking for some work,
Okay.
and she's amazing. So we're gonna go down there and just feel out what makes sense to her. I didn't realize. Did you know there is a elephant refuge in the middle of Sarasota?
No.
I did not know this. Well, here's a funny how God
Hmm.
works, right? So we were watching a movie called The Holiday something, holiday, I don't know, holiday something with Rob Lowe and the girl from Sex and the City, the one with the dark
Mm.
hair. And it was all about elephant refuge in Africa. And my daughter's like, I could see myself there. And I'm like, go, because she was going to school for animal science.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
so I'm like, well, go for it. I mean, who wouldn't want to go? Who wouldn't want to go there and go to Africa and spend time doing that?
Yeah.
And so my girlfriend posted the other day that there's an elephant refuge. And I said to Em, how perfect is that? I mean, perfect. Who would think
Yes.
that's where, that's where that would go. But definitely something fun to check out. And in case anybody didn't know, now you do.
No.
I thought that was pretty cool. And who doesn't love elephants? They're just gentle creatures and beautiful. So,
Indeed, they are. Well,
yeah.
all right. So, those of you that are watching, and if something aligned with you, being able to provide assistance to Jillian, reach out to the Zipper, connect with her on his
Yes.
platform, LinkedIn. It's just like, hey, I have some connections for you. And so, because I genuinely believe that what you have put out and connecting other people in other situations is definitely flowing back to you, like the ocean that you're going to go and see and connect with. So I'm so excited to have this opportunity to connect with you on this show. And thank you for those that are watching and live and replay. Until we meet again next week.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right.